yes, we can make more friends in that sandbox. Oh, and mind what you say. Brethren, build your journey and go on your own way. This is a chill place, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry, no, no, no. This is your own base, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to.
And welcome back to the stream. I did not realize that so many people had redeemed this asset. Welcome on, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy VoxEdit Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, that's good. That's the maximum amount. If anybody attempts to try and redeem another one, you will not be able to. You will get those points redeemed back to you. That is now being turned off. So well done, Crip, for getting in on there for this final one. Right there for that. For the Paris Hilton Queen of the Metaverse. You just got in. I got really worried. I scrolled down and I was like, whoa, this has been redeemed like every day. Which I'm surprised about because I'm pretty sure we haven't done this amount of streams. So I don't know if people can go on and redeem without there being an actual stream. But either way, we've done the 5. So there we go. We're all good. We're all good. So happy Monday, everyone. How was your weekend? What did you get up to? Are you excited to do some VoxEdit? Are you excited to start your week off with me here, Pandapops? We are only going to be doing a 1-hour stream because my dinner was not prepared for me in time before stream. So it's going to be sat in the microwave getting cold. And I don't want a super cold. Well, either way, it's going to have to be heated up. But I'm hungry, so we're only going to stream for about an hour today. Let's jump on in to today's stream. So we are doing doors, okay? We are making a door. Okay, sure. That's the same. Oh no, it's not. There we go. Okay. Entire door needs to be the same color. Why does that not look like the same color? Okay, we are looking at the doors. Now, I am not 100% sure whether this is going to work because I haven't tested it on a door. I have only ever made like an asset on its own. Doors generally have only select animations, so I don't know how it's going to work with having additional select animations. So I am only going to be doing 2 options of doors, maybe 3. We'll see 2, so I'll make a second option, and then we'll do the third option if it works. But this will require some additional steps. Do I know the best way to store land? Personally, for me, I will always use a for me, I use a ledger. So you want somewhere that it's classed as a cold wallet, not a hot wallet. So things like MetaMask are hot wallets, whereas you want yourself a cold wallet. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Why has my mind gone blank? Yes, I am correct. Oh, I was so worried. Power like Pandapops, power like Pandapops, whoop whoop. Yeah, a cold wallet. A cold wallet because you literally have to plug it in, and then you have to put you have to insert a code and everything. Whereas like a hot wallet, all you need to do is put in a password, and then it's there unlocked. Whereas you know, with the other one, you have to physically plug it in. Yes, it is. Thank you. Yeah, no, I quickly Googled. It's fine. I was like, to be honest, today I don't know what's gone on with me, but it's taken ages for my brain to kick into gear. So, yeah, I apologize. I will try my best today. But play games to answer your question. I'm pretty good. Brain's not fully there yet though, which is not great to say because it is 6 p.m. and I would have liked my brain to have kicked into gear, but apparently it's still on boot up mode right now. Garnica, why was your weekend brutal? My weekend was really good, actually. I really enjoyed my weekend for the most part. I had lovely time, went to some friends. They moved house recently. It was great to see their new place. We did some board games. We had some food. It was loads of fun. It's always good to spend time with friends. Hey, Electronics, how are you doing? So if I transfer my land to my cold wallet, I would need to hard wallet to log in. No. So there's actually a few things that you can do. You can link. So let's say you use MetaMask. Okay. Well, one, obviously you can only be, for Sandbox, you can only be KYC'd on one account. So if you are already KYC'd, I'm not fully up to date with the process of whether you can unlink and then do a new account or anything like that. But let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say you are not KYC'd, but currently you have set up a MetaMask account with your Sandbox account. Unfortunately, you will need to create a second account. However, what you can do is you have the ability to link a hardware wallet. So I use Ledger, so you can link a Ledger, hardware wallet, so a cold wallet. You can link a Ledger to MetaMask. You still need to plug in and unlock the Ledger, even with MetaMask. Like, even if you have it linked to MetaMask, you still need to do all of the same stuff without it. But you can have it linked there. Oh, what did Garnican say? But yeah, so the best option for you would be to set up and KYC your account that is linked to your cold wallet. So whether that's Ledger or Trezor, I use Ledger. I like Ledger. I don't think there's anything wrong with using Trezor, or however you say it. I think they're both good. They've both got really good reviews. And it is recommended to get a new MetaMask wallet to link if your old one is compromised. Oh yeah, definitely get. I mean, you can have multiple different accounts in MetaMask. Like, MetaMask can have loads of different accounts. But yeah, if your MetaMask is compromised, definitely get a whole new one. You can also, for me, when I have had an issue with MetaMask, their support have been really, really good. You just got to make sure that you are actually speaking to their support. So make sure it is you contacting their support. And don't type into Twitter, hey, I'm having issues with MetaMask, because you're going to get loads of scams come through. Loads. Don't trust any of them. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is delete that animation. So, we're going to hop into the doors. right now. And the reason I'm saying we're only going to do 2 door options is because I am at least 98% sure that we are going to have to do all of these as like number 2s, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to hide. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure these doors match. I don't know what colors I'm selecting, but we are selecting colors. There we go, and that is 1 thick on a 9A, and this is a 2 thick. I don't think we need it to be a 2 thick because that one's a 2 thick. So we're just gonna have 1 thickness. We'll do our design soon on it. Ideally, I probably only need 1 right now. And I'm going to be selected on both of them. Oh, gosh. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be selected on 1. And I'll hide it. Ooh. Oh, because I've got both of these there. Okay. Because it's a child node. Right, so we're on that one. And then that goes there. Okay, so those doors are now hidden inside. How can I do a steel door? Well, we are not concentrating on types of doors. I am showing you how you can do different color variations. To make this super, super simple, we are only concentrating on the actual door and not the door frame. The door frame is going to be an off-white color, and the actual door is going to be the one with options. I am not convinced that I should have that as a child node come off of it, but for now, I'm going to leave it that way. And we're going to go in door 2A. Let's have ourselves... Let's Google door. Let me just quickly have a little look at a nice little door. Oh, yes, let's go with this. Nice, simple. Like, yes. Nice and simple. That's all we need. Just a nice, simple door. Don't like that color. There we go. And then we're gonna go with this color. Yes, beautiful. I'm gonna get a slightly lighter color. I might have to play around with this in a little bit. Slightly lighter color here. Going around the outside. There we go. Lovely. And then we're going to get the slightly darker color. And we're just going to have that go through. Yep. Probably should have measured this out, but for now, we're just going to pretend that all of these are equal in size, and we're not going to look too much into it, okay? You understand? Comprende? Good. Right, and we'll have like a key lock here. No, we'll have the key lock there. We'll make this 3 thick. And there. Right. Here is our rough door, okay? This is one random door right now, and we're just gonna come out of it. I'm actually going to delete door 2B, and I'm just going to duplicate and name this one door 2B. Or not to be, that is the question. But it is nobler in the mind to have a bunch of doors. Or not. Right. Here we go. So they are staying in there, and they are moving with that door. I do have a slight issue with the either end. So I'm going to go in here. And we are going to chop off this end. Trim it down. I'm going to do the same for this one. Why are you that way? Why are you that way round? No. Why? Oh, both of them are. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, you go back in there. We just cut this. There we go. Trim. Okay, so they're both the exact same size. What I do want is I want it flipped. It's going to be annoying because now I've got to move them both. Actually, I could just move this one. And we're going to place it in. Perfect. So now we can't see it. Okay? We can't see it. One thing that we might need to do is we may need to just do one slip for this section. But for now, we're just going to leave it. We also need to copy and paste. Yeah, and we're going to do apply to all. Damn it. Why are you not in the right place? Let's just delete that. You're in the right place there. Well, let's just copy both. Copy. Close animation. Paste. There we go. Right, and then apply to all. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 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 Okay, great. So what we're going to do is make sure that we close the frames for all of these before we do our door. There we go. All we're going to do now is we are going to click new. So where I am hidden, there is a button where I'm hidden, where I am sat, right behind where I am. There is a button. Wait, is my screen not fully? Why? Oop. Why is that not the right size? That is so bizarre. There we go, I guess. No, the brown door doesn't need one. It's just a push door, okay? It's a really loose hinge, okay? We're not thinking about the doorknob on this door. Okay, so we've done it. We're going to click new, and we're going to do idle 02, because this is our second idle. Now, once again, I'm going to state by saying I actually have never done this on a door, and I cannot 100% guarantee that this will actually work. If it doesn't, then next stream we'll do something like a bookcase or something like that, a table or a shelving unit, something where I know it works because I've done it with a bookcase. But I thought a door because some people may really want some different swatches of a really similar door. And I thought that would be one of the most helpful ones to do. So what we're going to do is make sure on idle 02 you are in the correct position. And we are just going to move the door out like this. You see how we are now on the other side of the wood? That is what we want. We want it on the other side of the wood. That is what we want. And so we're going to once again click on this one. And just going to place that there. And we are going to close our keyframes. Open and close. If anybody has other questions, please do ask. I'm not 100% sure why we need it to have an idle and an idle O2 when close is basically our idle. But we're going to do the same here. I'm going to click new. I'm going to click close O2. I've actually just realized that this probably isn't going to work because of the way doors are. I have just realized that, yeah, this is not going to work, but we can try nonetheless. So we got close, close, closing. So we actually need to be in this position. However, we're going to go to idle O2, going to click our door, highlight, copy, go to close, do new, closing O2, paste. So as we can see here, yes, we do have a little bit of an issue with this little bit. In fact, we have an issue there as well. So one definitely does need to be we can't have it too thick though. There are some ways around this. It involves more models being put on, so you'll have more nodes. However, the door has very little nodes. As I'm doing this as an example to see if it works, before I go and fix up all the edges, let's just see if it works. Let's just see if it works. And so we're going to go back to closing O1. What we're going to do is I'm going to select all of that, copy this top one, because once we have all the models selected, we can copy. And go there, gonna paste. And the only thing we're gonna change is we are going to copy and go to copy and paste here so they stay together. Okay? So all we're doing at the minute, and for open, the quickest way to do open is we're gonna go to closing. We're going to go to this start position because whenever we click new, what happens is it starts the next and the new animation on whatever keyframe you are currently on. So if I was here, it's going to start the new animation with the door in this position. So I actually want it in this position. Oh, I just realized that's not got a closed keyframe. Right. So we're going to go back here, going to click this, and we're going to call it open O2. And then we're going to close. Beautiful. And then we need an opening. We're going to go from the, we're actually going to go from closing, and I'm going to click new. Now I'm going to do opening O2. The reason I'm going off of the closing O2 instead of just the opening O1 is because I want the door to already be in its position. So this door is already in the correct position. So that's why I want it like that. And then I'm going to go over into closing O2. Once again, select everything. You can either just highlight over here, or you can click on door, hold shift, and there you've selected all of those nodes. I'm just going to copy that top one. And there we go. Right, so we got all these animations. For edge accuracy, you need to add this part separately and hide them with the rest of the door. Yeah, Sebka, so 100%, I don't know if you were here at the beginning. I did mention this earlier, that yes, I am going to have to add more nodes and hide more pieces in, like we have done for close 01. The door number 2 is hidden inside. However, I am not 100% sure if this works on doors because I haven't done it. I want to make sure the doors function as doors before making the door perfect. I am more or less just showing you the way into as to which to go about being able to make doors with different color swatches, basically. Yes, I'm not making it perfect. It will include you needing to add, you would need, where's closing? So you would need one on top. You would also need one on the edge. It would be up to you whether you want one on the bottom. It's for making it look pretty. Yes, you probably will want one on the bottom. That is up to you. This door is too thick. What you can do, and is something that I did with my bookcase, which is the main first one that I made it 1 voxel thicker, so everything else could hide inside, and then everything could just move either side of it, and it was much, much easier, which could be done with this, because if you make that door 3 thick, then you can have a 2 and a 1, and then it will be, actually it would still have the same issue. You would still have to do on top and on bottom. Yeah, actually, never mind, ignore that. But you could still do it. Doors last week. Hello to all. Had fun with doors last week, but it's working now. Your mistake. Oh gosh, what happened? What door issues were you having? So we've done all of the animations for all the different doors. We are now going to upload. And we'll see if this actually works. So create new asset. It is a prop. Asset name, door color swatch. This is a test. A. Is there one just for doors? I keep forgetting. Furniture? No. I'm sure there's one for doors. I am almost certain there are doors. Structures, doors. Door. Common. A door does not need to be any more than a common. There is no need for your door to be any more higher than a common. Right, we're just going to go to Big Panda real quick. And open this up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But hello Ian the IT guy, hello Sebga, Lucas, Nervex, Still Electronics, J-Dog, Roxy Miguel, hello to you, Garnican, Extreme Arcada, Gabriel. I answered your questions earlier, but I didn't say hello, so hello. Who else do we have? We have Play Games, Go West, Garnican, I think I said Garnican, Yokes on you, Sir Alekin, Crip was here. Crip was here first. Crip was the first person here today. That's who was here, Crip. Crip was the very, very first person. So we are going to see whether this door works as I wish it to work. The other option is technically you could just have it as a an animated asset with collision turned off, and then you would have the animation state, so when a player interacts it will send a message to open when a player interacts, and then you would have another normal door placed there that obviously has the same collisions and has like the interact and whatever, so they work, and it looks like they're working. Right, door. Do we remember door color? Here we go. Right. Behavior. So door. Okay, opening animation will be opening O2. Closing animation will be closing O2. See? One isn't on the correct one. Okay. So it actually does need to be interacted with first. You can walk through it, so that does work. Default animation, let's select it as idle O2 because that's the door we want to use. There we go. It works. Works like a door. So, these are the same door. These are the same door. Obviously, there's a few things that we need to fix with them, but these are the same doors. To get your other options, one, select the default animation. This is what it starts with. Okay, so if you want the normal brown door, you would be on idle O1. If you want the blue door, you'll be on idle O2. You would then obviously choose the behavior as a door, and then you would select the opening and closing animation. So for the brown door, I want opening O1 and I want closing O1. For the blue door, I want the opening and closing O2s. Obviously, you could potentially, if you're like, I can't remember the door colors, you could be like, okay, I want blue opening O2, blue closing O2. I want the broken door broken opening O1, broken closing O1, or whatever. No, I would stay away from calling them going back to 0-1s. I would always just do it like, okay, you've got your brown door, they're all 0-1s. You've got your blue door, they're all 0-2s. You've got your yellow door, they're all 0-3s. You've got light wood, they're all whatever. You've got glass panes, they're whatever. The glass panes would be much more difficult, if not nearly impossible, and so much more work for you, unless you want to make a glass pane effect more similar to this, where you can't actually see through it. If you want to make it so you could actually see through it, that is going to require you making additional parts to do it. Mahogany, sure, call it mahogany if you like. Hey, kitty! You come out of your sleepy hole. I would pick this one up to show you, but she hates being picked up. Like, we only ever pick her up to get her away from where she shouldn't be. So yeah, those work, and to show you them working, off we go. There we go. Walk in, walk out, shake it all about. This one, walk in, walk out, shake it all about, close, close. Close that door, can't walk through. Beautiful. So let's leave. Let's leave that. What else do we need to do then for this door, for these doors? So what we do need is, let's get a closing O2. So as we can see here, we've got this top section and we've got this section here. We also have the back section. That is up to you. How you open it without, and I told you already, it's a push door. You just push it, okay? It's like you're in a kitchen. It's one of those swing hinges, okay? There's no give. There's no latch. There's no latch. You just push and it just opens. You're fine. So what you would do to do this top and side and the both sides options is, generally I would probably have another node. So I would probably go to, we got the door and then we've got hinge. That is like your main one. So I would probably do like door 2. So blue door 2 and have that as a node with all the babies coming off of that. In fact, could I just move them there? Yeah, I don't think that makes any difference. No. So what I would then do as well is I would have top blue, and then side blue A, and duplicate side blue B. You can do the bottom. I'm not going to for this. I would duplicate, call top blue. So for top blue, all I'm going to do here is 1 voxel. There we go. We got that sorted right there. I'm going to set the pivot right on there. I'm going to go grab it. So we are going to move it inside. I'm going to get it very, very close to the top. Actually, I'm going to get it in position. I'm going to line it up the rest of the door. I am wondering. So with the Z fighting, I would potentially just raise the entire door up slightly. Go back to her. Do you need to leave? Oh, she wants to leave. 1 second. Okay. But it pulled open. No, Go West, it didn't. That was your imagination. Don't worry about it. Also, don't forget to clip fun, interesting, educational, and fail moments on the streams for your chance to win some prizes in our Clipper raffle. Obviously, you would do this much neater than I am currently doing it. I'm actually going to go to the inspector. This. There we go. I would potentially have it lower than that, actually. 0.1. There we go. And for this, there we go. Lovely. Now, obviously, the bottom needs a little bit more, but that basically sums it up. And I'm just going to copy, paste. Oh, damn it, did I just paste the wrong thing? I think it's fine. Copy, paste. Yeah. And this one hasn't got a close. There we go. So now we do just have like an entire bottom section that isn't colored in, but we would fix that soon. It's not possible to make a saloon door to fix the pivot point on a map position and set the door collision and gravity. It's not possible? Or are you asking if it is possible? You could probably... I don't think moving the pivot point would... I don't think moving the pivot point is going to break how the door works. So you potentially, yes, you could probably make a saloon door. Yeah, because you've got the double doors. So there's the double doors. There's no reason why you couldn't make a version of that. There's no reason why. I mean, you could. I haven't checked. I mean, we've just added a bunch of animations, so it probably would work. You would make a closing animation to act like that. So you would have them swing open and then swing closed after a few seconds. So like they swing open, maybe they like slowly come to a close and then close back. And you would do that as your closing animation, and that would be the closing animation you would choose. I don't think you'd need to put gravity on it. You would just do that in the animation. You would just do that with the animation. With the closing O2 animation, like as it's, or opening, because you want it for the opening. So for the opening animation, that's in the wrong position, but don't worry about it. So it would open up, you could split that, you can make any doors, you don't need to use the template, you could not use the template. This obviously, with templates, you can't add any additional nodes. So this is unlocked. I've brought the template over to the animator to make this. But yeah, you could 100% just do the animation. Like it could get to the opening part, and then maybe you have it like hold still for like half a second or so, or like 2 to 3 keyframes, and then it would go back into the close position. And that's your open. You'd have like the open. And then, or you could have it so opening animation. The opening animation happens, and then you have it as an animated decoration. Although on an animated decoration, it wouldn't work like that. Yeah, so you would just not have an. Maybe you'd have a proximity. So instead of it being interact with the doors. I mean, you could just have you could have it interact and they could just open and close, and I don't think that would be an issue. It's just obviously when the doors are closed, then the player can't go through it. So what you could have is that it would pick up that the player is there, and they will just automatically open and close. I think that it's fine. Yeah, because the only issue would be obviously to open, the opening would happen, but you want the doors to come back to a closed position, so you have to interact with it to close. But if the animation does like the open and then goes into the close, the player could still pass through it, and that might cause some issues. You could definitely do some animations and do some logic in there to make it work. There's no reason why I don't think it would work. Okay. Sorry. Use a volume trigger to open when in range. It would send the close. Yes. Yeah, escape room artist. That would make the most sense. That's definitely good. So I suppose the only con to that is, oh, if a player stays in range for a while, but then you could explain that by, well, they're keeping it open by being stood there as if they're holding the doors. So you could have it as like a fairly smallish range. But yeah, that makes the most sense. A volume trigger with you're in range, it opens. Once you exit the range, then yeah, it closes back in. But yeah, basically for having multiple color options for your doors. Is that door? Why is it not hidden properly? Okay. So one second. Obviously the easiest thing is to know exactly how to make it first. I forgot about all the edges when we were doing this, which is obviously why I didn't do the edges. However, now that you guys know and you want to make multiple doors, what you need is you will need a front and back side to your door. You will need a top piece. You will need a side piece here. And you will need a bottom edge piece. You can also opt for a back piece as well. It's not that much additional work. So yeah, sure. So you will need, for each color swatch door, you will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll need 6 models for each door piece that you are making, unless you are making something super elaborate, and then maybe you might need more. For this example, I am keeping the frame the exact same color. If you wish to have different colored frames, then you are going to have significantly more models per color swatch, okay? What you do with each color swatch, you need it to be slightly smaller than your main door. So this main door, we're just using the door template. So it is 56 by 92 by 2 thickness. We are keeping that 2 thickness, and what we are doing with our doors is, because if we have a door that is too thick, we're going to have Z-fighting because they are the same size. So we're going to have that Z-fighting issue. We want to avoid that. So what we're doing is we are having 2 1-thick models for our doors. One to do the front side, one to do the back side. And we are hiding. So when it is on closing, these are inside. You can kind of see, like, you see the little orange line inside of the door. They are hiding inside that door because they are one voxel, so we can boop, push them together so they cannot be seen. And we also cut the height off by 1, so there's no Z-fighting there. In fact, I don't think we did, which is, yes, that's why we see it at the bottom. So we forgot to cut the height off. You want to cut the height off by 1. And then what we're going to do is you want to cut the side off by 1. So thickness is 1 thick. The height will be, so this is 55. You're going to want it, oh wait, no, that's correct. You're going to want the height to be 91, so you want 55 instead of 56. You want 91 instead of 92. Ignore that mine says 92. And you want 1 instead of 2. If you are making bigger, thicker doors, then adjust to your needs. But basically, you need it so there's no Z-fighting. There's going to be no interference with this door hiding inside of your main door. Some of you may be like, oh, but I want, like, what about hiding it underground? 1, it looks super messy. There is no need for you to be hiding it underground. Also, I have a slightly better reason now as to why. So, 1, it could depend on the design and context as to why you wouldn't be hiding it underground. So it's better to hide extra elements inside the main geometry because you never know how other creators are going to use your assets, and it may be in a different way than expected, although this is a door. Exposing, so maybe the underground part of the door might be exposed, so that's no good for them. So yeah, like in fact, that's actually really good because this is a door. So in a building, you may want to place this door on the 2nd floor. However, then people are going to see all the additions on the 1st floor because you've made it underground and you've not made your flooring like 3 voxels thick, because who is? So you're going to have a door poking out. So with doors, yes, 100% you're going to need to hide these models inside, really. Additionally, there used to be issues with extra frames with instant interpolation, commonly used to make hidden objects appear. When they are hidden in the floor outside of the main geometry, the issue was even more noticeable. So when people were placing models underground or outside of the main model, then it was really noticeable when those instant interpolations were happening, which obviously you're going to want to avoid. So, not Jackie Chan. No, not an underground gang. I would highly suggest, if you are making a door, and you wish it to be saleable, especially if you're trying to do different color swatches. Because in my mind, the reason you're making different color swatches is for especially doors and things like that, is because you want there to be more usage for the asset that you're making to make it more saleable. Because that, to me, that is like, if I see, oh, I can buy one door, but in this one door I have like 5 to 10 options. That's amazing. I'm gonna spend some sand. But if I see that the other options are hidden underground, I'm gonna like, okay, is this a door for mice? You know, like, how big is this door? Because if it's a door height, then yeah, that's not gonna work in a building. And it works perfect. Kachinga, perfect. I'm glad that you cleaned it up. Good. But yes, obviously for some people, hiding things underground might work. And I do like, if it's for your own experience, then you're probably going to be fine using it the way you're using it, and it's going to be good. But for something like a door, and if you are wanting to sell it, then I strongly suggest, like, don't hide it underground, because it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna work properly. Obviously, you'll use way less nodes and less faces, although it's a door. How many faces are you using? It's all square. Mostly, like, depending on your doors, you're most likely making square doors. So realistically, you're not gonna rack up that many nodes and that many faces. Obviously, if you're making, like, how many did we say? It's gonna end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 per swatch. Give me 1 second. So that's 60 nodes if you do 10 swatches on top of what we already have. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 60, 70, 75. That's 75 nodes for 10 different color variations. If we are not recoloring the frame. If we're not recoloring the frame. Not Jackie Chan. I'm assuming, depending on the size of your hobbits, but let's just say that they are the small human heights, your doors are still going to, if your door is more than 1 block high, then it's probably going to not be a good idea to do that. Okay, if your door is 1 block high, then maybe you can hide it in the ground, and that won't be too much of a problem, because the door's going to be, the other options are going to be hidden in a block. So maybe it'll be fine. However, I don't suggest it. I also haven't tested what that looks like in terms of animation on here. But yes. Considering, I know this takes a little bit of extra time to do than just make a door and hide it underground, and then do, like, add the other animations, but we managed to do this pretty quickly. Like, yes, I haven't added the other sections. That's not like, okay, let's do 2A. Duplicate. We're gonna do door 2A side. We're just gonna do door 2 side A. I think is, yep. And all we want is this section. Delete. We are gonna take the height off. We probably shouldn't, but we are. So I'm gonna just, yeah. Oh wait, let's add the pivot. Set to floor. Beautiful. And we're just gonna move this here. Let's get you, oh, it needed to be too thick. So for this, I would do as too thick. The reason I would suggest doing it as too thick is because you can hide it sideways. Okay? So for closing O2, we are just going to get it into position. So there we go. Lovely. I'm gonna raise it up. Out slightly. Actually, we're gonna make it... Oh, I don't want it 3 thick, though. Okay, it could be a case that this can move forward a bit more. Maybe we need an extra node. This needs to just be 2 here. But for now... I mean, I could... Actually, 3 thick would work. 3 would work. So it is a little big, but it does work. There we go. Lovely. Right. Obviously we have an issue with the bottom, but that will get solved. Because we've reduced the height of this compared to everything else, but let's just pretend. To fully cover a cube, you need 8 other cubes. No, not Jackie Chan. I don't. I'm frozen. Yes, I am. Look at that. I look so happy. Kind of. No, I don't. Frozen or concentrating. Trust me, that's not a concentrating face. So not Jackie Chan. I don't need 8 cubes. I don't need 8 cubes. I need 1. I need 6. I can do this with 6. Just if I had done the height correct, then there would be no issue. But I did not do the height correct. I only need 6. And then we're going to grab this, move that one here, and we are going to place this one on the back side. A little bit harder. Because we can't see it properly. We can do it. There we go. Lovely. Done. No issues there. Do need to raise it up. Perfect. Right, now we need... Now you're going to be like, okay, how do we hide this? I will tell you. Firstly, let me just close both of those. But we obviously need these to be hidden. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to copy. And we are just going to go to closing O1. Because they are both not in a good position. But I can put them in one. So right, here they are. They are, one's there, one's there. We obviously don't want the blue door here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one. We are going to rotate it. Go. Can you just be rotated properly? There we go. And then we're going to slide it on in. And because it is... There we go. Because it is smaller than the main door that we are doing, then it fits inside. And we're going to do the same for this. Realistically, I could go to this one and just click copy, go here, click paste, and it should... Why did you not do it? Why did you not do it? Copy. If I paste... Oh, it's not working on other doors now. It used to put them in the same position as the other ones. I guess no. I'm lost as usual. I came in on hiding doors underground. Why are we hiding doors anywhere? No, it's not working just because that's something that used to work, and now they obviously removed it, and I don't remember when they removed it. But it's simple enough to just do what I've done. There we go. Right. Close. And close. What? It's because it's doing it on that bit. So what we are doing here, Kachinga, and we are finishing up real soon as well. The stream's only an hour today. I'm showing people how they can do different color swatches on things like doors. Next time we'll do something like a bookcase or a table or something like that, so I can show you guys the ways in which I would do it. But I thought doors would be really helpful because, you know, most people use doors in their experiences, and it's good to have options. I have a bookcase that I created years ago. Other people may have done it, and I'm sure that they have. However, I was the first person I saw, at least on the Creator Fund, that had made a color swatch bookcases. Other people may have done it, 100% possible. I definitely wasn't I'm sure I'm not the first person who thought of the idea. I'm just the first person I had seen implement it. Other people may have, and I apologize if you are somebody who had, in fact, done that before I had done mine. However, as far as I'm aware, I was the first one to do it in VoxEdit for Sandbox. I am the first person I know that did it. Other people may have, though. So I'm just showing you how to do that, but with doors instead of with bookcases. We did a test. If you would like to know, please go look at the start of the stream. But it does involve a bunch of additional nodes, roughly 6 additional nodes per color swatch. So you would need at least 6 additional nodes per color swatch, maybe more. I have used the door template and recolored it. I am keeping the frame the same color throughout every color swatch. So we've gone for an off-white, and it's only the doors that we are doing different colors. Obviously, if you would like to have your frames be different colors, that is going to be additional nodes and additional steps to take. We have only concentrated on the door. So I made one mistake while making this live on stream because I haven't done this for doors before. I've done it for bookcases and other things. I haven't done it for doors. So I had forgotten about it. It's also been a while since I've done this type of technique. So the door is 56. This is the template door. The door, not the door frame, the actual door part, the bit that opens and closes, is 56 by 92 by 2. For us to be able to sufficiently hide, so here is our main door, here is swatch number 2. So to be able to hide swatch number 2, we make it smaller. So we do 55, it should be 91. It isn't, it's 92, but it should be 91, and it is 1 voxel thick. So it is hidden if I go to closing 01, and I select this bit. You can see here, you can maybe faintly see an orange outline. That is where the blue door area is hidden inside of that one. And then what we do for the next swatch is we just move those just outside of the main door. We are left with, where haven't I done it? Okay, so we end up being left with a bit at the top. That's why we've added a piece. We're left with a bit down this side and a bit down the back side, and you should also be left with a bottom section as well that need covering up. So all I've been doing is going to the doors, duplicating the doors, and then cutting the sections that I need. For this side piece, I have decided to do 3 thick. I could maybe just do, I could add an additional node, and I could do a 2 1s, or no, sorry, a 2 and a 3. A 2 and a 1, and have them overlap slightly. Collapsible door covers. I mean, you could. It would just require like a lot of additional work. If you want things that are going to collapse, that's going to be a lot of extra work that you're going to do. Like Constantine doors, there's going to be a lot of extra nodes. Collapsible door covers. I mean, they're hidden door covers. But if we go into, they're just different animation states. They're different swatches. They're not really collapsible door covers. They're just, when you said collapsible doors, I was thinking like Constantine doors, or bifold doors. The two sides move in and the edges fold and move. Yeah, but that's not in the animation. You don't see that. You won't see that. You will not see any of that. And for the bottom as well. Now, obviously this main door, we didn't make the right size. I'm not going to do it right now. These aren't door swatches that I want to create. I personally like to spend a lot more time making my doors, although I'm not mad at this door. This door's kind of okay. I'd probably have the dark lines just like slightly lighter, but yeah, I'm not mad at this door really. But yes, the door does need to be one less height, and then I'll do the bottom section, and then for the sides, if I go to the side, where are they? They're hidden in there somewhere. They're somewhere. But yeah, the height of this one needs adjusting because obviously you can see it. You want to avoid hiding it underground. Doors make me mad. Why do they make you mad? They shouldn't. Oh, glass is clever. Yes, if you wanted to make like it look like it's see-through, and have it like cut out, you're gonna have way more nodes and it's gonna be just so much harder for you to create a usable door. So yeah, there's that. Things that you may not have seen if you came at the start, you are going to need to do animations for each one. So each needs an idle, a close, a closing, an open, and an opening. Remember that when you are on one animation, so let's say we're on this animation, closing, 01, when you click new, the new animation will be based off of whatever frame you are currently on. So if I do this, I could then do it as like an open 02 and move all the door pieces out. If I click new here, that is the position the new animation will start in. So whenever you press new, it will always go off of the frame that you are currently in, no matter where that is, whether it is here, 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 wherever. Yeah, basically, I mean, you could do like the glass thing. I just really wouldn't suggest it unless that is something you're like, I need to make it. If you're like, I need to make it, I would make the glass pane doors as its own door. I wouldn't make it part of like color swatch doors, just because of all the additional nodes and all the extra stuff that you would have to do. And it would just, to me, it just wouldn't make sense. It would be far more time consuming to do that than it would to just make the door as its own door and have it as, there we go, that's its door. Yeah, that's basically it. You do obviously need all the door animations. We also will quickly pop to Big Panda so I can open up this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. And once again, I'll just show you how you would make it work in Game Maker. So if you are doing, let's say, 5 different color swatches, you are going to want idle 01, idle 02, idle 03, idle 04, idle 05, close 01, close 02, close 03, close 04, closing 01. You could make it a little bit more obvious. You could do like closing blue 01, closing yellow 02. I would just suggest always having those 01, 02, 03s to differentiate, rather than closing blue 01, closing normal 01, closing yellow 01. It's, to me, it's like, don't have all those 01s. I don't know how they work. I don't know whether it would work like that. I'm sure it probably would. Just for me, best practices, just I would just have 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. It's fine because you can always view as well. So when we hopefully you name your doors correctly. So we've got this door here. So they will always go off of the default animation. So obviously 0, 1 is the default. We are going to select idle 0, 2. So we know this is our door here. We're going to make the behavior a door. And we want the opening animation to be opening 0, 2 because this is the 0, 2 door. So we want the animation to be 0, 2. And it's the same for, it's the same for closing 0, 2. And for this one, once again, it's already set to the correct door because that's the default one. So we don't really need to worry about that. It's already on idle 0, 1. But if you had multiples, then maybe you want idle 0, 3 or idle 0, 4. And for this, we keep it the same because it's automatically on that 0, 1 option. And when you go into Game Maker, there we go. We can't go through the door until we click to interact. Boom, interacting. Now the door works. The exact same asset, but 2 different variations. Look at that. Options. We all love options. So obviously for those I haven't updated them, but do remember you will need a, let's be on, here we go. Oh gosh, that's not, closing. There we go. This one's the one that is almost finished. So you will want your door to be on 55, 91, and 1. You will then want this side to be either 3 thick if you don't mind it like having a little bit of a hang, which I don't. Obviously try and align it as best as you can with that top section. I haven't aligned it very well. It'll take some time, but once you've got it aligned, then it's set, and you can just copy and paste for all of the ones that it's in that position. Do the same for the other side, and then for the bottom, obviously do the same again. You will need to make it just slightly thicker. I think probably too thick for the bottom, so it covers the one that's missing, and it covers an additional one. Maybe even 3. And then you just hide them inside of the door. You may need to rotate, like this section is rotated so it doesn't show. So it doesn't like peek out, because obviously the main door is only 2 thick. So obviously a 3 thickness will peek out of it. So you're going to want to rotate it on its side so it is hidden inside that door, because that door is more than 3 voxels outstretched. I don't know what words I'm going for. Could you have something happen in game that would change the door's animation and appearance? Yeah, you could have it as an animated like all of these options. Let's just go to tab. So animations up here. This is the default animation it starts on, but then you have messages to open and close. This is a door, so you're wanting it to act like a door. Now, if you want to have it act like an animated decoration, I think that means you can't walk through it because it doesn't have the door behavior. So what I would probably suggest, let's say you want to change which door it is. I would maybe have this door be destroyed and then spawn another door in its place, a preset door. That has, or a character could actually evolve with this method. I mean, yes, all the pieces would have to be hidden in the character. So you could potentially do it. just all the pieces would have to be hidden inside the character. And especially if you're making it a playable character. And I say this because for those that like to try and hide assets underground, one, if we hid the doors underground, you would see the door. So like, it would look like, almost like that. Not exactly, because obviously it's not exactly perfect, but that is what it would end up looking like. You would have this door and you'd have another door there. So if you tried to place a door on the second floor, that's what someone's seeing underground. Like if this is the first floor, it could have probably done with being a bit higher. Maybe we'll just raise it. There we go. So that's what a player's seeing. If you're playing and this is our ground floor, you're like, oh, some stairs. Oh, what's this weird door section doing there? No, I mean, you could flatten it to the ground. I just don't suggest it. It is much, much better. I went through it earlier as to why it is better to hide it inside of the asset. My throat is like pretty much going right now, so I'm not gonna keep on going. I do need to finish up the stream. But yeah, basically it is better to do it the way that I've done it, where you hide it inside of the main asset. That is generally how you should work. And please do rewatch, because I do go over why that's, oh gosh, it's got real bad real fast. I mention why it's better to do it that way. We're gonna finish. Hopefully you guys learned a few little tips and tricks on how to do different color door swatches. I hope to see all of your doors coming soon. Tea time. I mean, I am gonna go eat some dinner, but I definitely think I'm gonna be going to have some like lemon and honey tea, because oh damn, that came on real fast. Like, it wasn't feeling great before, it ain't feeling good now. So yeah, we're gonna finish. Let's go to Big Panda, where I look and feel like poop. Get better. I mean, I didn't think I was ill until now. Maybe I am. Maybe that's why my brain has been on boot up mode all day. And it's, you know, like one of those days where it just feels like a huge slog to get loads of things done. It's like I've gotten my work and everything done that I'm meant to get done. But it's usually I don't feel like this worn down at this time of day. I am very worn down. The cough and cold, yeah. I mean, I don't leave my house enough to be getting ill, which really sucks. Because my grandparents just got over COVID and I was hoping to go see them this weekend. But if this is still happening tomorrow, then I probably am definitely ill and I shouldn't go see them. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Kachinga, like, my mum had it, my partner's parents had it, my grandparents have had it. Maybe I should get tested. I mostly spend my whole time inside anyway. I don't really go, like, other than seeing friends. I went, so that's the problem. I went out this weekend. I went and spent time with friends. I should have stayed in and be antisocial. That's what I need. Yeah, see, like, it's still going around. But yeah, I'll rest up. A lot of stress. It'll be fine. Alright. I will be back streaming on Thursday, hopefully. Hopefully I'll still be fine. I'm sure I will be. It's just a sore throat. I'll be good. Maybe it'll be a reduced stream like this one. It won't be for like 2 hours. It'll just be like maybe an hour. But you still have Alex and Lucas later this week, and I believe Cyberdragon as well tomorrow. Yay! So tune in for some Game Maker stuff. Is anybody streaming the Sandbox? Let me have a look. I don't think that, nope. No one is. All right, thank you everyone for being here. Go, if you are thinking about streaming, then do it and let me know so I can make sure to raid you and give you shout outs. So it's party like a Pandapops, party like a Pandapops party. Whoop whoop. Yeah, make sure to let me know if you do intend on streaming, because I can give you shout outs. Me and Alex and Lucas and everyone we give shout outs on stream. Shout outs to Pet's Kitchen, Andy Ritchie, the Sanzus. Who else streams? Raid Andy. Andy is not playing Sandbox, and I saw what they were playing. And Go West sometimes streams. One Box does as well. Yeah, I don't think, if it was from my personal Go West, if I was streaming on my personal account, I'd raid Andy. But Andy Ritchie does stream Sandbox, and we could give Andy Ritchie a shout out. So occasionally Andy Ritchie does stream Sandbox, so do go check out their channel to see if they're streaming the Sandbox. They're also pretty cool. Extreme Arcade, yes, please let me know. Oh, and Crip, if you're still there, thank you for sending me that wallet. That is really important to have sent me, so thank you. As always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. I will see you next time. Goodbye.